आंखों में नमी और दिल में गम है, सीएमए का सिलेबस ज्यादा और टाइम कम है. इफ यू आर ऑल्सो फेसिंग द सेम सिचुएशन देन दिस पर्टिकुलर वीडियो इज फॉर यू. हेलो एवरीवन, माय नेम इज शिवांगी अग्रवाल और आज के इस वीडियो में आई एम गोइंग टू हैव अ क्विक डिस्कशन विद यू दैट इज if there is a possibility to crack CMA examination in just 3 months. Well, yes, there is. For some reason, if you could not clear your examination, what to do, ma'am, now? See, you ideally have just 90 days, and that too, you should remove or take off 15 days for revision. So you're left with just 75 days. Can we do it, ma'am? Yes, you can do it. And if I am saying this, you yourself can certainly say this to your own self, right? कि हाँ आप कर सकते हो. Yes, तुम कर सकते हो. So bouncing back is something which requires a lot of efforts, but the first step is acceptance. Acceptance of honest you and your situation is the first step towards success. So agar June 24 mein you want to crack your examination, the first thing that you have to do is accept your result graciously. The second thing that you have to do is identify your strengths and weaknesses. Now if you have appeared for just one group and there are 4 subjects, maybe in 2 subjects you have scored marks like 45, 47, and in the other 2 subjects you have scored marks like 28, 27, right? So you know that the first 2 are my strength, in which I have scored 40 or above, and the other 2 are my weaknesses, in which I have scored below 40, right? Supposedly you have appeared for one group, but now you're planning to go for both groups. So, ma'am, how to identify strength and weakness for the papers that I haven't yet appeared? Well, those papers you can decide on the basis of confidence you carry in them, right? So now, whatever is your target, have you identified your target? That is the most important thing. Have you identified your target? Now you have to decide whether you are going to appear for single group or both groups. Such decisions are hard to make. I will try to make a separate video for guiding you how to decide whether you should appear for single group or both groups or which particular group. But once you have made that decision, you know that, okay, my target is now these 4 papers, out of which these 2 are my strengths and these 2 are my weaknesses. So this is something that you're ready with. I know all these decisions are difficult to make, but you cannot prolong these decisions. You have to take a day off and do all the planning that is needed for your June 24 examination, because every day you cannot extend your planning. You have to go to the execution part, right? So all such decisions should be taken in just one day. Do all the analysis, but once it is done, be confident and stick to it. Right now, once you're ready with this particular data, you have to divide your target into the days. So you have 75 days, approximately 2.5 months, or you consider it to be 3 months, and then divide your days to each subject. Now, to the strength subjects, you will divide less time, or you will allot lesser number of days, and to your weaknesses, that is weak subjects, you will allot more days. Okay, now once you are ready with your weak subjects and your strengths, in the weak subjects, it is very important to identify that whether I need some extra guidance or I am self sufficient. If at all you need guidance, this is the decision that you have to take immediately. मैम अब क्लास लेके क्या हम पढ़ सकते हैं? सी आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट ऑल द सब्जेक्ट्स, बट इफ आई टॉक अबाउट लॉ, certainly even after taking classes now you can still crack June 24 examination given the vast syllabus. Yes, there are techniques to do that, and certainly you have to connect to the respective mentor and they will guide you how you can do that, so you can still do that, right? So get the right amount of guidance from wherever it is possible, right? My guidance is available on Book My Video, right? तो आप देख सकते हो if that is needed. So you have to identify that and make a decision right away. Now, करना क्या चाहिए मैम? What is the next step? The next step is, the first thing that you will do is, supposedly you have allotted maybe 20 days on a particular subject, and that is your strength, or you have allotted 10 days on a particular subject, that is your strength. तो इस 10 दिन में आपको करना क्या है? Firstly, you will pick up a strength subject only. Why? Because I am shattered, है ना? आप क्या हो, आपने एग्जाम दिया था एंड यू कुड नॉट क्रैक दैट एग्जामिनेशन. नाउ यू आर इन अ सिचुएशन कि नहीं यार, आई डोंट वॉन्ट टू पिक अप द सेम बुक्स अगेन, बहुत डिफिकल्टी हो रही है मैम, ऐसे नहीं पढ़ा जा रहा है, वो सेम नोट सेम बुक्स वही घूम रहा है, दैट आई डिड ऑल माई पार्ट स्टिल आई कुड नॉट क्लियर. तो ये सारी चीज़ें से हमें ओवरकम करना होता है. वी हैव टू ओवरकम दिस पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन, एंड दिस for this situation, it is very important that you pick up a subject which you like. You pick up a subject in which you are slightly confident, because if you pick up your weaker subject, then you will be like, यार नहीं होगा मुझसे. तो ये thoughts अभी हमें defer करने हैं. We don't have to bring these nervousness and these thoughts in our mind. So pick up a subject in which you're confident. Now take a piece of paper. I know this subject. I was confident in this subject, yet I could not score. Why? How can I improve this? What went wrong? Maybe I did not practice MTPs. Maybe I did not read certain chapters, so the chapters that I have ignored, now I have to read that also. Maybe there are certain questions in a practical chapter which I thought were tough और मैंने इसको छोड़ दिए थे तो मुझे वो भी करना है. Maybe at that particular point of time I did some silly mistakes, so I have to overcome that. So whatever your problems were, jot them down and try to write the solutions. How can I improve this? Please trust me, this works effectively. Ek piece of paper lena hai, you have to sit with a piece of paper and you have to write it. When I'm saying write it, please write it. Trust me on this. Okay, half the work is done when you write your problems. So write this, and thereafter just begin. I'm just begin like that only. Yes, I know beginning is the most difficult thing. एक दिन अगर आप effectively 4 घंटे पढ़ लोगे, and trust me, today you are doing the planning, tomorrow you are starting your studies, you have picked up a strength subject, tomorrow you have to devote at least 4 hours. At least 4 hours. पढ़ना ही पढ़ना है. कल बस 4 घंटे बोल रहे हो, उसके बाद से तो भाई you have to increase that, right? So 7-8 hours तो minimum पढ़ाई करनी ही करनी है, उसमें तो कोई दो राय नहीं है. There's no doubt about it. But tomorrow, whenever you start your studies, the very first day, at least 4 hours. Make it a target. I know it's very, very difficult, but that is what you're meant for. You haven't chosen an easy life for you, have you? You are tough and so is the course, but I'm sure you'll achieve it, right? So do you have the courage to say it on a public platform ki, हाँ ma'am, I will pass in June 24? If yes, write in the comments and make that happen. All the very best.